G'day viewers, well I'm revisiting this HMV 6252 valve radio. I managed to track down the original back cover for this from the same seller. It's beautiful. I was very lucky to get this in this condition. It's only got 2 hairline cracks here near the screws. Should be a very easy fix. Then I'm going to have to reroute this cord through this hole, because if you put the cord through here, through the little lip at the bottom of the case, this cord will put too much stress in the back and warp it, and that'll break it and ruin it. So to avoid that, I'm going to feed the cord through here. It looks ugly and crappy, but a lot less sharp edges are cut up on the cord, and a lot less stress on this already weakened plastic cabinet, because it is aged plastic, and yeah, aged plastic is starting to fail now. So there's also another crack here I might try and remedy. Got a bit of super glue to fill the cracks in. Now I'm going to actually go over this whole case with hairspray to get the paint blotches off, but not on the back of this fascia, because that might take the paint off this front piece here. So get a rag, spray it on the rag, and just buff the case with this, and that'll pick up all the remaining paint. I did a spot test on this last night and got the paint off here, so it's actually come up quite well. So first thing I'm going to do, before I do anything, I'm going to give this a lot blow over with some compressed air to get the dust off it. So I get this set up going, get a little hose, and we'll start cleaning it up first. Then we'll start dusting it with some hairspray. Get the paint off, then we can start to wash it in the safety water and get that nice and clean, and this radio will be 100% original. Alright viewers, okay, a quick dust over with some compressed air. You got most of the loose dust off. This is what I like about buying an old valve radio. It's full of dust, which means it's untouched. No one's been in it for a long time. So, yeah. So, I'm going to give this a good wash first with warm soapy water to get the dust off. Then I'll do it with a hairspray and polish it with that, because if there's dust on there, it might risk putting scuff marks on the plastic. And there's a cat. So let's give this a good bath and see how it turns out. Alright viewers, after a good bath in a sink with some warm soapy water, looks a lot better now. No dust. You can see where the cracks here where the sun's just weakened it. So this thing's seen some sun exposure, unfortunately. So that's one thing that weakens these plastic radios. Very brittle stuff. So if you find one of these and you're a first time restorer and you want to carry it, if it hasn't got a back, don't put your hand under it and carry it by that, because that'll just break, and that's just a disaster. You put your hand underneath the side of the radio, so grab it underneath it and support the weight of the chassis under the hand, so you're not risking damage to the cabinet. Same goes with bakelite radios. You can see here's a crack there. I've already shown in the previous video it's been formed there, so someone must have picked it up from here and broke it. So yeah. Now I'm going to take this outside and start removing some paint with a hairspray. So yeah. Okay viewers, I just gave it a couple of goes over with a hairspray, a couple of good scrubs. Now I'm just soaking it again to get the hair spray residue off it, because it does get sticky as it dries up. So this is the first wash up. I'm going to go over it again with a hairspray to get the stubborn paint marks off it. So one more wash will have this thing looking pretty good. Okay viewers, a good washing over and good drying with a towel. That looks bloody good. No paint at all now. Even semi-reflection in it. That's how clean this is. So yeah, looks very good. So now I'm going to... The reason why this sort of fell off is the original screws in the back don't have big enough, wide enough heads, and they tend to slip right through those holes. You can see where the screws have just slipped through and it's just popped off, fallen off. So this is common with the Astor BPJ radio as well that I had fixed in the previous videos. Had to use washers, because that was just on the verge of falling off when I bought it. So I've got to look for some good washers, nice quality plastic washers that'll fit in there, and yeah, stop the screws from slipping through. So now I'm going to just finely detail this with some hairspray to get the rest of this paint markings off. But I won't be washing this in the sink this case. This time I might just get another rag and a spray bottle of water and just polish it with that when I've finished. So yeah. Okay viewers, that actually worked quite well. Just buffing it instead with a bit of water. I dampened the part of the towel and just scrubbed and using the dry part and just buffed it and polished it. That seemed to have worked to get the stubborn paint chips off. You do have to use your fingernails though to remove any stubborn stains, but that's the best I can do without scuffing up the plastic. So a couple of stubborn ones here I couldn't get off without scratching the plastic, so I'm sure with a bit more careful buffing they'll come out, but they're not really too bad anyway. So let's move on to the back. We'll put this back on and we'll get these try and find some proper washers to fit these screw holes. We also found two plastic covers here that I'll just trim back and just use those as washers. They're a bit stuffed anyway, so I'm going to trim off the excess and they'll slide in nicely. And that'll be the washers to protect this from slipping off again. Got some super glue here. I'm going to fill up these cracks. That'll just add some rigidity to the case. There's a little bit of a crack up here too I'm going to have to fix up. That's all due to just the heat from the valves over the years does that. So let's get these on. They should look good. Okay viewers, I've made the washers with those screws, snipped them down, and they'll work perfectly to protect the case from falling off the back again. Filled up this crack, and this crack here with some super glue, nice industrial strength stuff. That'll add some rigidity to the back. So yeah, let that dry for a couple of minutes and I'll reinstall the back. Now I can run that through there. It will fit through the that cord will fit through there nicely, so it will stick at the bottom there. So this type of particular cord is very flexible, so that's what I like about it. It doesn't damage the plastic, and it's also a nice vintage style too. So yeah, they'll flatten out quite nicely. Another thing I'm going to do, so this doesn't get pushed in all the time, because that'll tend to hit nearby components. It could short out leads of capacitors if someone pushes it in far enough. So to avoid that, I'm going to get one of these little zip ties I've repurposed. It's got one here just undone. I'm going to repurpose it and put it right up against this grommet so it locks a cord in place. It'll be a lot safer. So yeah, let's fit this, feed that cord back through. It's got a pickup fitting, but they never bothered putting a pickup in this radio. They must have altered the design sometime in this between when they made the casing and when they designed the circuitry in the chassis. They never ended up putting the pickup in. Or a mains outlet. That's fitted quite securely, so we'll bolt this down, cut my little screws and we'll bolt it down. Looking better already. Get the screwdriver, where to put it. That's tight enough. See how this cord fits. It's only just. Let's see how the screw goes. If that's still flexing up, I'm gonna have to put it through here. That's not too bad. tiny bit of flex where it's the cord's only slightly too thick. So where it goes up and enters the part of the chassis, it's actually where it's pushing up on the case. So I might have to feed it through here. Hopefully it's going to fit through this gap. Oh, that'll be awesome. I managed to actually push this cord down further so it bends and not hit this back cover, so that's actually a lot better now. Perfect. Didn't need to feed it through there. That worked out quite well. Just carefully lift this back up on its feet. So grab from underneath the chassis, support the case. Just be very careful with these old plastic radios. And there you go. That's how it should look with its original back. One proper vent holes. It's definitely a lot better than this one. But it did the job in the meantime. So yeah, it's all done. So thanks for watching.